Hey, what's up, guys? Quicksilver here with the poop emoji hat. I've had a lot of people, familiar people, that have commented on the last few videos I put on this new channel. Um, like Sharon and other people that I recognize and I remember. And you're all wondering what happened to my original channel and why I deleted it. Like, to just make a long story short, I've been disabled for, man, I don't know, like 13, 14 years. And so, all of you guys already know that, but there was a period of time where, I had to be in a hospital for 3 different times over the summer. So it was related to my disability. Um, and I do have like a serious mental illness, and it's been kind of like prevalent over the last 14 years of my life. And I try not to let it get me down, but there's times when it just does. And deleting the channel was, I guess in hindsight, kind of like pretty impulsive and very, I don't know, it just wasn't really wise of me. I don't know. Searching back in my memories, I'm trying to figure out what was the rationale behind it. I seriously don't really know what went on. I think I just got so stressful. Um, and a lot of it's just stuff that just happens every once in a while, every few years, and it's just a hard time in my life. But let's not talk about all that stuff. It's depressing, and it's a lot of it might interest people that have an interest in my channel, which I can understand. I don't want you to think that I'm not appreciative for all you do and do that. It's all the things you've done for me, like especially Sharon. But there was others who bought me things on Amazon and sent me a lot of really cool stuff, and um, I don't want it to seem like I'm like a beggar, like I'm like a homeless person begging, which I'm not. I am genuinely poor, though. I make very little money off of my disabilities, as far as like the Social Security income goes, and it's hard to kind of live like most people do. And it's beneficial to me, though, to an extent of having what I call safety nets, or things that are in the system that you can. Other people that are disabled may not know this, but there's a concept, like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 years ago, about something called Meals on Wheels. And of course, food banks were around a lot longer before that. And there was a long period of time, most of my life, I didn't even never heard of a food bank, had no idea what it was. And the idea of doing a haul was appealing to me, because I had watched a lot of stuff like Graveyard Girl. I think that's what her nickname was, like Bunny. She did a lot of these like eBay hauls and stuff like that. And that's when I had the idea, like, hey, I don't have the money to actually buy stuff off of eBay to do a haul video, but how could I do a haul video without spending money? And that's how the whole idea started, where it was just like, I'm gonna do like food bank hauls. And I wasn't intentionally like trying to take advantage of the food banks. And I got a lot of criticism, a lot of negative heat and hate for that stuff, and it wasn't like that. It was just an experiment into just creating a video about something, and I thought it would be fun. I think after a while it got to be where it was like, it was becoming a very hard thing to handle with all the comments, because a lot of the comments were really supportive and awesome, and they were just really great, knowing there was other people out there. I wasn't completely alone in my life, and a lot of you people I talked to on through email, through just comment section and stuff like that. And for a long time I had no friends, and it was pretty much an outlet for me to express myself, but also to actually make friends. And so because of that, I am really appreciative toward y'all. toward my little dudes and dudettes. Anyways, I'm gonna get on with this this episode, or I feel like I did a bad job explaining it, but I don't know what else to say. It's like a lot of people are probably gonna be like, well, what's your mental illness? And I really don't want to go into details about like stuff that I've been diagnosed with as far as mental or physical illnesses. It's just a lot of stuff that's, in my experience, like exposing that stuff to other people, especially strangers, it can change the entire like perception of a person. And when that happens, it usually results in kind of negative things. But then there's times where I'll talk to a person and get to know them like in real life or even online, and eventually when I feel comfortable enough, I'll tell them like, yeah, I've been diagnosed with this. And then more often than not, it seems like there's a lot of times where other people will be like, hey, yeah, I have a similar thing like that. I deal with like anxiety and depression, something like that. And so for that point of view, there's always a time and place under the sun. It's in the Bible. and there's times where you don't just throw it out there into the public arena, I guess, because it could just create so many problems for me, for one. And I understand there's this whole entire concept of stigma that comes from people that are either disabled physically, mentally, or developmentally, of which I am aware of, and it's difficult to talk about a lot. But anyways, this is already almost like a 7-minute video. I'm going to make this really quick. The second part of this video is me actually doing an unboxing, which I told everybody I wasn't going to do in the comment section. But this is kind of different. This is like, I didn't like sign up for this because making videos. I was literally almost out of food, like almost completely out of food last month. The month of November is probably the hardest I've ever had. Way worse than October. And for the last month or two, me and my case manager and my mom have been trying to help me get services that I need. And so one of them is, there's some term for it in the state I live in, but it's not like, it's not Meals on Wheels precisely, or literally that company or whatever the agency is. The company that I received this food from is called Homestyle Direct, and I think they're based out of Idaho or Iowa. It's one of those I states. But anyways, I'm going to go on to the unboxing of my first delivery of Meals on Wheels food. And this stuff is frozen, so I don't know, I'm going to see what it's like. I got the box sitting here. It's pretty big. It's pretty cool looking. So let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Alright, here it is. I took off the labels and everything. Max is over there. Hey, Max. What is all this? Do you smell it? Is it food? Is it good stuff? Oh, it's good stuff. See what it's going to be. Okay, I took out the tape and everything. This is a lid. I haven't looked inside. Okay. There's sort of bags. What is this? Power Oats. Let's see what this is. I'm confused. Newly formulated Power Oats pack of prize punch. Key ingredients. There's a lot of writing. So, let me see. So this is some sort of, let's see, Power Oats serves up almost 1/3 of your daily needs for calcium over something. I don't know, man. See, the only thing that's weird about this is like it says oats, but this feels like sand or something. It's like, it's really heavy too. It's a trip. So I think this is some sort of like oat-based fiber powder that you're supposed to like mix into your food or something, maybe. This one's not as heavy. It says Power Oats serves up almost 1/3 of your daily needs for calcium, over 20% of your daily needs for fiber. Okay, our Power Oats are easy to prepare as a standalone breakfast snack or dessert and can be used in a variety of recipes for cookies, trail mix, meatloaf, and more. So it's like really thin oats. It doesn't feel like whole oats, but it's kind of like a thin oat thing. This right here is like a list of. You can get it. I know the lighting's really bad in here. It's nighttime right now. That's when I got this, so I got it at 7 o'clock at night. So that's a list of all the foods, the meals in here. Let's see, I got this really big box of raisins. This is more like something you get at a food bank. That's cool. I like raisins. A lot of this stuff is super healthy. Oh, this is awesome. This is like a giant block of ice or dry ice or something. I don't know what to do with this. It's really heavy. I'm going to just put it here. Whoa, I think it just broke. That's not good. There's another one. Okay, here we go. So these are all the meals. I was told that they come frozen. And there we go. Homestyle 2020 calendar. So that's like, let me see here. That's like some kind of calendar thing. I don't know. What do we got here? We have apple and cinnamon topped crepe. Oh wow, it's an apple cinnamon crepe. That's cool. It's like a breakfast thing. We've got, that looks like pancakes with some dried fruit. It's chorizo skillet hash. Well, it has chorizo in it. And there's reheating instructions. This is sausage and pancake griddle sandwich. Ham and egg cheese croissant sandwich. There's all the breakfast stuff on top. Here's, wow, this looks really good. It's a breaded chicken fried steak dinner. And it's got like a breadstick or something. Wow, this food looks really good. Mixed yogurt berry parfait. Some bubble wrap. It won't pop for some reason. It's like super. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm making so much noise, the neighbors probably think I'm shooting a gun or something. Some crazy crap. Let's see. Blueberry pancake breakfast. Trying to find something that's not breakfast. Breakfast. Bacon, potato, cheese omelet. Wow, there's a lot of these, man. There's got to be like 30 or 40 of these things. Oh, cool. A chili relleno or something. I don't know. Some Mexican food. Cheese manicotti. That's like Italian, obviously. Hunan orange broccoli beef. There's an orange in, oh, it's an orange sauce. Okay, that's interesting. Ham and scallop potato casserole. And so, yeah, there's just tons of different, like, little meals here. And they all got, like, all the basic food groups. Oh, cool. Homestyle cheeseburger. I think, like, this stuff is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Online, what am I saying? Okay. Online, there's a lot of kind of like negative reviews. And, like, there's a lot of people that were saying stuff about how, like, the food's, like, mixed together. And so when you microwave it, like, all the food's kind of mixed together. kind of like if you have a big plate of like Thanksgiving food, all the food's like touching, so it bothers some people. All you have to do is take like the individual things out of the cartons, put it on a plate, and then it won't be mixed together. But obviously, I don't know if you can tell by just the camera video, but this food looks really high quality. It looks like real, genuine, like good food. Like people cared about it when they made it. I am so happy. I am so glad that I have this, so that I was able to have access to this. How I got this Meals on Wheels type of thing is because I qualify for it through Medicaid, which is like state-funded insurance for disabled, or I think it's mainly just disabled people or lower-income people. And so I qualified for a thing called a waiver. I think that's what it is. My case manager knows about this more than I do, and so anyways, so because of this, I do get food, but it's not like accessible to everybody on the planet or in the country or whatever. It's not like I don't need it, because I really do if I'm going to food banks every month. This is going to offset all the costs that I have, or I don't know how this works, but it's going to make it to where I can actually have a decent life. I can actually go see a movie once or twice a year with people, and maybe go bowling or something, or try to do something like that. Or I could go buy comic books online or something. I started like a comic book collection in the last few months, and so yeah, I'm really thrilled about this. It's I feel a little bit sad just because it's like I feel like it's hard to a hard pill to swallow, knowing that you've become physically and mentally disabled to a point where you need to rely on like government food and stuff like that. But I should, on the other side of the coin, be appreciative and happy that this exists for people that are struggling because of their disabilities. And a lot of people don't realize that when you're on Social Security, it's not a piece of cake. It's not a walk in the park. It's a horrible situation. You can't like make yourself unwell, or I mean, you can't just like willpower yourself not to be disabled. And like a lot of the stuff that I struggle with are just have to do with like the poverty that comes along with it. I do want to work. I really do want to work. Part of me, a big part of me, is like it probably isn't possible. As I say this, I'm sitting on a rollator, which is, there's another one over there. I got two of them. One of them's an older one, but I would have to find a job where I'm sitting down most of the time, which there are jobs like that, but it's a lot more complicated than just physically doing something. Have I had jobs since being on disability? Yes. There are jobs that you can do while you're disabled. There are jobs that are accessible for people that have handicaps or disabilities. And a lot of people may kind of know this. A lot of people like that go to Walmart. There's always the dude that like welcomes people in the Walmart. Well, they're not always all of them disabled, but that's like an obvious like job that a person would do. It requires little actual like skills, but despite my mental illness and my physical limitations, I am skilled in certain ways. A lot of people would be surprised that I'm actually a really, really great chef and a great writer. I don't maybe come off like that when I'm just talking to you, but I love writing and I love cooking. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to cook in my current state. And so this is helping me. Having these meals where I could just throw in the microwave and not have to worry so much about how much pain I'm in trying to navigate the kitchen, you know. And so I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. I know it's a very long video. I feel like I did a half-ass job explaining why I deleted my channel, but this is what I you know, this is my life, I guess. I have started doing some volunteer work over the last month, and it's not like work. It's not like having a job. It's a volunteer thing, and so, but it's given me an opportunity to kind of get out, get into a community, be around people, and not so stuck at home all the time. I just want to say I appreciate all the support. I wasn't planning on starting another YouTube channel. I was just like, there's no way I'm doing this again. And I don't want you to feel like I'm not appreciative of you guys subbing and liking and viewing my videos and just talking to me and stuff. But starting a new channel was just kind of an impulsive thing. I just felt like making a video about what it's like to be on disability and run out of food at the end of the month. And I was really pissed off at that moment. But, yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And Max just took off. I don't know where he's at. But have a great night or day wherever you're at. And as always, bye.